So what's next? Do I do that? Hey friends, welcome back to a 40K journey. Today I'm going to talk about overcoming hobby anxiety. So this is a Space Marine Razorback, painted it in Grey Knight's colors, and it has been on my workbench for weeks, literal weeks. It should not take me this long to paint this model. I'm not unhappy with how it's turned out. I still got a little bit of work to do on it, but I spent at least 2 weeks just wondering what I'm going to do with this, and I was paralyzed with anxiety. I couldn't do anything with it, and I need to get over that. And whatever project that you are dithering on, you need to get over that too. So let's work on getting over it together. So I think one of the most important things is to set a goal. What do you want to do with this model? Do you want it to be tabletop ready? Do you want it to be display ready? Or do you want to go and win a golden demon with it? That right there can tell you how much work you still have to do on a model. Like, tabletop ready? Yeah, I could put this on a tabletop and, from a few feet away, it'd look fine. It'll look great. Display ready, still a bit of work needs to be done. And if I wanted to try to win a tournament with this, a lot of work needs to be done. So I think deciding what you want to do with a model and being honest with yourself about it is kind of step one. Step two, prioritize. Decide what you want to do on the model and maybe what you could do without. I think it's important to have an incentive. Yes, this is something we want to do, but do it long enough, it may turn into something you feel obligated to do, and that's not good. So what do you need to keep going in your hobby other than more models? Trust me when I say that building models to buy yourself more models is a very, very slippery slope. Like, you can wind up with way too many models really, really quickly doing that. But, think of something nice that you could do for yourself if you meet your hobby goals. Maybe get yourself a nice cup of coffee, or maybe get yourself a nice book, a manga, a comic, I don't know, whatever it is you like to read. So, full disclosure, I'm an English teacher, so I heartily encourage you to read, and whatever it is you like to read the crap out of it. Whether you like to read novels, manga, comics, graphic novels, technical manuals, I don't care, and it doesn't really matter. Just read. Whatever it is you like to read the hell out of it. Set yourself a timeline and be realistic with it. For example, I have a lot of other stuff to do today, and if I told myself I am going to finish everything I want to finish on this Razorback by 6 p.m., that is wildly unrealistic. It is simply not going to happen. But if I say, it's Tuesday, I think maybe by the end of the week I could have this Razorback where I want it, that is much more realistic. That is a timeline I can stick to. But yeah, really the most important part of overcoming hobby anxiety is just to hobby, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's painting, assembly, finishing, detailing, whatever is holding you back, just doing that is already one of the biggest things you need to do to overcome that anxiety. Your model is not going to paint itself unless you pay someone to paint it for you. So, yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Hobby anxiety, I think, is something all of us are going to face at one point or another. And I want you to know that you are not alone, that you are not the only person experiencing hobby anxiety. You are not the only person with a Razorback on their table that's been there for weeks. Here's the proof. Mine has been here for probably the better part of a month. I wish you all the best, overcoming your anxiety, and if this has been helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate that, and whatever you're working on, we're pulling for you.